Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Fingerprinting Gurus. My name is Tommy Watkins, your instructor, here for a new and exciting topic this week. Before I get into this week's topic, I'd like for everyone to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell so you too can continue to receive content like this that will not only help strengthen you as an entrepreneur, your ink card fingerprinting business, but your mobile ink card fingerprinting business as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week's topic: ink fingerprint card submission. Ink fingerprint card submission, being successfully processed of a hard copy criminal and civil fingerprint submission in order to prevent delays or rejection. Hard copy fingerprint submissions must meet specific criteria for the processing by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is known as FBI. Ensure all information is typed or legibly printed using blue or black ink. Of course, for me, it's black ink all the way. Everyone has a preference, but blue ink all the way. And of course, there is a specific pen to use when using these cards as well, but we can go over that later on down the road as far as that process. You can't use any type of ink pen on these fingerprint cards. Also, enter the data within the boundaries which are designated field or blocks. Complete all required fields. If a field required is left blank, the fingerprinting card may be immediately rejected without further processing. Now, not all fields on the fingerprint cards need to be completed. Of course, when you have a trained technician, they'll be able to walk you through that process, so you will know, or you as a fingerprint technician will know these things when you walk your client through that process. And of course, the required fields for the hard copy of the fingerprint cards are the ORI number, which you will learn at a later time. That's related to the client being fingerprinted. Particular fields such as nursing or medical have their own specific, let's say, ID number, which is known as an ORI number. Date of birth, place of birth, name, sex, fingerprint dates, things of that nature. And of course, you would fill in the block when it says reason for fingerprinting. You would place a reason there for them being fingerprinted, whether it's for a background check, whether it's to obtain a certification, anything of that nature. You want them to place in the reason as to why they're being fingerprinted. Of course, you want to properly complete the fingerprint impression box as well, ladies and gentlemen, when you help your clients navigate this process as far as getting fingerprinted. Also, do not use highlighters on the fingerprint cards. You won't believe the number of highlighted cards that I get, because some of the clients, the employers send them the fingerprint cards, and it just got yellow markings all over the card. That's just unacceptable. And of course, if a client bring you that card, just politely hand it back to them. Do not place in the fingerprints on there, because you're setting that card up to be rejected because it has yellow highlight on it. So just don't do it. Those are some things as a fingerprint technician that you should pick up on. You know, that's gonna fall on you for is reprinting that client for free because you didn't have the knowledge or the wherewithal to know that, because you wasn't properly trained. So just make sure those cards are free and clear, and if not, provide them those cards, because what they're paying for the service, they're paying for it anyway, uh, even if they are bringing their own cards. So another one that's a stickler to me, folded cards. That's another one. I will hand a card back to a client quickly that they bring to me that's folded. I'll just issue a card of my own to help save the day. Because as a fingerprint technician, you are the professional, and they're looking for you, they paying you top dollar to ensure that you can expedite their process so they can go about their professional lives. Also, ensuring fingerprint impressions are rolled completely from nail to nail. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a simple process. Roll that ink on that slab or that porcelain pad. You want to stay above that first line, which is known as the bulb. That bulb is that first line. You don't want to get no ink down below that bulb line. You want to get that bulb line, go from nail bed to nail bed. That means the ink is being evenly distributed, and therefore you're able to get a full view of that impression as you imprint it there on the card. Also, ensuring that the impressions are in the correct sequential order. The fingerprint cards will guide you as to what finger is needed to be placed on the card next. The right hand is usually first because it's the top box. Don't go starting with the left hand and placing the left hand impressions in the right hand impression box slides. That's going to be a clear rejection. Pay attention to what you're doing. Be attentive. Don't be inattentive. They're paying you good money to get this right, so make sure that you do your part, because they have done their part. They just paying you the big bucks to expedite that process. Also, you want to ensure notations are made for any missing fingerprint impressions, amputations, digits, anything of that nature. Won't talk much into that. That's something that's going to be proprietary. I've done a lot of this within the field, for it's hard to obtain fingerprint prints. I've done missing. It's every client won't be the same. It's some people you have to fight to extract prints from, and if you're a good technician, you'll have several let's say techniques in place to extract the worst fingerprints. So it's all about learning. It's not just rolling fingerprints and going on. This is an art. Okay, this is an art. You got to stay up on your skill level. It's constant work, but you get paid well for what you do, and you're in and out in most cases. 5 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on the number of cards the client needs. Also, do not use more than 2 retabs per fingerprint impression block. The retabs, if you happen to smudge a block for us when you're trying to roll an impression onto a card, that's when you get that adhesive square retabs, and you place them to a block. Now, what I mean when I just said that for is not using more than 2 retabs per impression block. When you place the right thumb in that right thumb slot and you mess that up, and you put a retab and you mess up on that first retab, you're allowed to put another retab on top of a retab, but anything after that, that's a no-go. But for myself, for best practice for me, I don't even go that far. If it takes more than two retabs per card, I'm just gonna discard the card and do a whole new fresh card. Because if you can't do the job right the first time, expect for the job to come back to you the second time. So always be mindful. Work with that in mind, that this is going to take one time. It's nothing more than having to go back to service a client that you was in a rush on. Allow enough time to fulfill these appointments, and don't overbook. It's just simple as that. I know once many get into this this profession and start working, it's going to become a habit to want to stack on as much as possible, but you got to put some time in between it, and you're going to learn that as you learn the craft and hone your skill for ink fingerprinting. Now, ink fingerprinting is a different breed for as loan signage. It's this fingerprint is impressions and go. It's just that quick. No printing, no middleman. You pretty much get all your monies up front, minus any fees that you may pay for as processing. Of course, I process all mines through a processing account. I don't accept cash of any kind. I like to ensure that the monies are there before setting sail off to an appointment, because you also got to note, ladies and gentlemen, that if an individual don't have skin in the game and they just booking you for your appointment, you best to believe when it's time to come meet those clients, you're gonna be chasing them. They won't be chasing you, and they have been changed their mind. And high as gas is at this moment, that's what you be doing, wasting gas. So ensure that you get payment up front, full payment up front, and of course I'm coming out with a training system that will help teach how you can get those funds up front. So I get paid up front for every job. It's that simple, and I love it. No middleman. Minus a little pennies for its processing fees, and I got my money. Processing fees are pretty much a way of just doing business, just plain business. You don't charge the customer anything additional for its processing. You eat that from your end, because that's just part of doing business. Don't ever charge that customer just to process their card with you, or a convenience fee. You take on that fee and save the customer all that strife. Also, I want to also mention that ensure no stray marks are within the fingerprint impression blocks. Impressions are applicable state stamp. Others, such as race, height, weight, eye color, hair. Criminal fingerprint cards also require an arrest charge and a date of arrest. Of course, silver fingerprint cards also require the reason for being fingerprinted and the date being fingerprinted. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's supposed to have been a short live, but actually it went well over. But that's fine. I always got to add my 2 cents in it. But for you individuals out there that's interested in this process and you like this content, please do hit that like and subscribe button and a notification bell so that I can continue to bring you this content, and YouTube can pick me up strongly on the algorithm so others can find me as well. So if you all do your part, it don't cost you a thing, ladies and gentlemen, to hit that like button for Fingerprinting Gurus. I am a new platform. I'm still working at the kinks, but I'm planning to get better. I do not edit videos. It's get me like I am. For those that want all the glitz and glamour, I'm not that guy. I'm professional. I'm gonna give you good, concise, correct information, and that's what you're gonna get from me. I'm not gonna come over here buck jiving and dancing, driving Humvees and all those things. Wrong guy, wrong channel. But I'm here to give you a skill set that will pay you definitely dividends when added to your business. My name is Tommy Watkins of Fingerprinting Gurus. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week on a new and exciting edition. Thank you.